there is another very important aspect for nation's growth. So in this series, we are adding a new dimension to national growth. This is for health, tasty and fresh food from vegetable and fruit parts now being thrown out, which is a very strange topic, which I'm sure people would like to know. What do we mean by from a thrown out portion, how can we get fresh, tasty and healthy food? Now, let us analyze how these things are there and what are the implications and how do we benefit, how it can give rise to an accelerated growth for the country. Now, as we know, in food, there are so much part of the food is literally thrown out. You see, when you say watermelon, except for the red portion, white portion is thrown out. You see flour, except the top portion, balance is thrown out. If you see bananas, the inside portion is taken, the real heavy portion, which is more of a skin, is thrown out. Mangoes, skin are thrown out. Of course, nut is also thrown out. So there is various things in this fruit and vegetable which are all thrown out. Do you know that they are the most healthy portion? They may not be tasty the way they like. How to make it tasty is something which we will give an idea today, but they are really healthy. What is the significance of it? Any scientific research will say this. And what is the direct way in which we can observe? The strongest animal in the world is elephant. And elephant is a pure vegetarian. And because of this, only elephant becomes so strong. Just one example of a strongest animal will know that whatever we are talking is something which is good and which is good for health. Now, regarding the taste, there are various ways in which this can be made absolutely tasty or better than whatever is the tastier portion, which is a separate topic. But I would only give an idea in this topic based on the research done. You know, the moment we boil and put some special ingredients means only salt, pepper type ingredient. There's nothing special about it. There's no non-conforming item. Then they become really tasty. Which again, to give a hint, suppose we are talking about watermelon, take the white portion, cut it into small pieces, put it in water, salt, pepper, and then boil it, grind it, filter it. It becomes a tasty item. Same thing you do for a banana leaf or mango leaf or this mango skin or banana skin. It becomes, I'm not talking of leaf, it is banana skin, they become good. So what we find as we go forward is that, you know, this forms part of whatever we call as a trillions of dollars circular economy. Circular economy, simplest way is I breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide. Plant breathes in carbon dioxide and breathes out oxygen. So we all form a complementary nature. Same thing, many of the items which are being thrown out can be recycled, circular, recycled back. Even a vehicle, when it is cycled back, it comes as a semi-finished for the next item. So it comes as something which will give us prosperity. Same way, since this episode is on fruit and vegetable, the fruit and vegetable which are being thrown out would form a small portion of circular economy, but a very significant portion. What is the significant portion about? Significant portion because the amount of item which we are throwing out is worth almost 3 lakh crores. It is what is the total budget we keep for infrastructure development and education development and so on and so forth. So there's a huge item which are being thrown because after all, the market for these are very huge. A small portion only we are talking, a small portion, but the small portion is a highly significant portion. Okay, it almost comes to 7 to 8 rupees per person per day, which generally is being thrown out. Of course, there are people who live on only 7 to 8 rupees per day, but there are things which are like averaging it out to things which are being thrown in hotels and all. They are all thrown in huge quantities, and others are all, you know, generally taken out. So this particular aspect of growth can mean a huge for country development, and more than the country development, for the health of a common man, for the tasty food for a common person, and for bringing India's prosperity through proper use of all these from our eating habit, healthcare habit, so that we fall less sick and we are more healthy, more prosperous, and more a living entity for serving the world, serving the country, and more than anything, serving oneself and the family. Thank you.